It is now 10 to 7 and time.
Yeah.
He's here. It is Van Connor, my movie guy.
Live and in person.
In person. You've actually taken the trip all the way to Summertown, the Banbury Road in Oxford, so we can talk movies. Of course, this is your job. You go and review movies all the time. You get to see them before everybody else.
So did you this week.
And so did I.
Yes.
I had a preview of one of the movies that we are going to be talking about. So we're going to start off with that.
Okay.
Bombshell.
Yeah, Bombshell, which is a new movie from Jay Roach, who wrote and directed, I think, the Austin Powers movies once upon a time. And what he's done is, I think this has got Adam McKay, I think, as a producer somewhere on it. Adam McKay famously directed The Big Short a couple of years ago. This plays effectively like The Big Short for Me Too, even though it sort of predates Me Too. It's about the sexual misconduct scandals that rocked Fox News back in 2016 that led to the untimely demise, as we're told, of Roger Ailes, who's played here by John Lithgow in a fat suit, but he's not the star. The star is the three massive female names that adorn the poster, which is Nicole Kidman, Charlize Theron, and of course Margot Robbie. Two of those are Oscar nominated. I've got a clip for you.
They have a contractual right to monitor our communications. A hotline in this building is like a complaint box in occupied Paris. It's like we're telling women, go on, speak up for yourself. Just know the entire network is with Roger. No one will believe you. They'll call you a liar. Oh, and as for your career, you want assignments and airtime? Go ahead. Call the paranoid man who decides your salary a pervert, and do that on a anonymous hotline he controls. On a phone, he has a contractual right to record. Do you think women are idiots? It's like somebody stripped you naked and they want you to walk through this office just to prove it.
Do you know, it took me about half an hour into the film to realise Nicole Kidman was in it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I find Charlize Theron quite unrecognisable. I don't know what... It's very subtle makeup as well. I think it's mostly in the cheekbones.
Yeah.
But there's something sort of... It's like the perception filter on Doctor Who, how you can't see the TARDIS unless you really want to.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And it's applied to the actress who literally wrote the Oscar-winning book on, winning awards for makeup effects.
Yeah.
Because of Monster, that whole thing where she was unrecognisable. This movie's great, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. One of the, and I'm saying this honestly, one of the best movies I have seen in a while.
Yeah, it's sharp, it's funny, it's acerbic, it's got its stand, it's found the hill it wants to die on.
Definitely.
And it's a noble death. It's a great movie. Terrific cast. I particularly like John Lithgow in it as Ailes. I think he balances a very difficult job there.
Yeah.
And I will say, that one scene with him and Margot Robbie alone in a room, that got her the Oscar nomination.
Are you on
alone.
about the skirt?
Yeah, I'm on about the iconics in all the trailers. That alone, she deserves her Oscar nomination purely for that, because that is a really uncomfortable scene, and she really delivers in that.
Absolutely, hands down, agree. So I can give it Adam points today. I would give that 9 out of 10, which actually I messaged you and said when I watched it. What would you give it?
I'm giving it a 9 as well. I thought it was great. I thought it was genuinely. If you've not seen The Big Short, watch that and this back to back if possible.
Great.
That's a good double bill.
Good tip. All right, so Just Mercy. I haven't seen this one.
Right, just the other end of the spectrum, I'm afraid. So this comes to us from writer-director Destin Daniel Cretton, who gave us Short Term 12, which was great, and The Glass House, which was less great. This reunites him with Brie Larson, who starred in both of those two movies. Reminder, Brie Larson won the Best Actress Oscar for Room. Deservedly so. Great movie, great performance. This continues an alarming trend for her, which I'll get to in a moment. This is the story of a young lawyer in the 1990s, played by Michael B. Jordan, who defends a black man who's been wrongfully imprisoned. He's on death row for a murder he didn't commit, and it's down to the lawyer who believes in his case, who believes his client is innocent, to prove what's going. Here's the clip.
It is ordered, adjudged, and decreed that Walter McMillan is to face death by electrocution.
This is my dad, sir.
Sit down, young man.
John, I want you to sit down now.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
Please, Judge, hold on 1 second.
I won't say it again. Sit down.
Not if you gonna kill my dad for no reason. You killing my family, sir,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very serious.
If you saw this on Channel 5 in the middle of the afternoon, the only surprise you would experience is that Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson are in it. It's very televisual, very bland, very by the numbers. It's very on the nose with what it wants to be. It is none of those things. I mean, it literally takes place in the town from which To Kill a Mockingbird comes, and they make that point over and over again.
Okay.
It's not good.
This
Even
is
the
low Van
performances-
points.
It's low for me. This is a 4 out of 10 for me, easily.
4 out of 10. All right. Well, we will briefly move on. We've got about a minute to go. Bad Boys for Life.
Okay, the Bad Boys are back. It's Bad Boys 3, baby. It's taken long enough. It's been 17 years since the last one. We finally get a third one. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are back. Will Smith hasn't aged a day, and they keep making reference to that fact as a gag in the film. Basically, Mike is now a target of a South American cartel. There is a hit on his life, and he has to rely on his now retired partner, Martin Lawrence, to defend him. I've got a brief clip for you of the two of them doing what they do.
Best.
So we just gonna do a knock and talk. What? Hey, look, all our lives we've been bad boys, all right? Now it's time to be good men. Who in the hell wanna sing that song? Good man, what you gonna do? Well, maybe if you sing the song like you meant it, it'll catch on. No. Knock and talk.
Yeah, knock, knock.
Get down. I need you on your knees with your hands behind your head right now.
This is only going to be good in my books. Van, points for you?
Solid 8 for me. As a fan, my expectations were met. It's got the comedy of the first one, the action of the second. Really good time. Great cinematography from Belgian cinematographer Robert Hervé. I thought it was really great. As a fan, it delivered for me. As an action fan as well, it still delivers.
What are you giving it?
It is an 8 out of 10 for me.
So there's an 8 and a 9 out of 10 this week. We'll see you next week.
Till next time.
On the phone.
BBC Radio Oxford.